Welcome to the Merit Center's CoReg Community. We have been working in a way on building our self-reg community for close to a decade now in different sorts of ways. And our community, we are so inspired by them. They teach us, they've contributed to our learning and our journey and how we figure out what we offer next and where we go next to support folks out in the field in different places, in different countries, in different roles who are looking to learn self-reg. By that I mean Dr. Stuart Stewart's framework and the 5 steps of self-reg, and apply it to their life, their work, their context, with children and with themselves. We have evolved as a result, and we've grown, and actually it shocks us every day to see how many people we hear from and how many people are applying self-reg in different ways. And so we have had a community, an online community in different ways, but we are ready to take it to the next level. And we decided to do that by creating what we have called the Co-Reg Community, which is a collective of self-reggers, those very new on the journey, those who have been with us for a while now. And why don't we start there, Stuart? Why did we choose the term Co-Reg? What exactly does Co-Reg mean for a self-reg advocate, community member, or person on this journey?
So it's kind of a critical question, right? The idea of co-regulation has been around, well, let's say since the 1960s. And this is the idea that we adjust each other's mood and behavior, what we're thinking, through things like gestures or words. But then the psychophysiologist Stephen Porges introduced a huge modification in that definition of co-regulation. And his is the point that has become, that's been popularized by people like Alan Shore, that there's a brain-to-brain hookup and that we can literally modify what someone else is feeling in their gut just through our tone of voice. So you get this brain-to-brain hookup where we regulate someone else through our tone of voice, through our eye gaze, etc. But now with Co-Reg, we realize something hugely important. And that is that it's not as simple as saying that when two brains hook up, they're going to calm each other. In fact, they may do the exact opposite. Just as calmness begets calmness, anxiety begets anxiety. But what we found in self-reg is that the more I understand through my work, going through the science, going through the theory of self-reg, the better I understand what is going on in someone else. What happens is my whole internal sense of calmness suddenly shifts. I'm able to share my calmness. Calmness does really beget calmness because of what I understand, because of what I see. So when we talk about co-reg, what we're talking about is the impact of learning self-reg, how we truly do hook up and help someone who is, let's say, in an agitated or anxious state, how we can, through our tone of voice and all the ways that Porges has talked about, have that calming effect.
And so what's really neat about the Co-Reg community is it's an online community. And we've
Yeah.
discovered, as Stuart's speaking about, that applies very much to face-to-face and in all our relationships. And it's a piece of the science. And in the Co-Reg community, you'll have opportunities to learn more about that if science is your thing. But it's also about the relationships that can happen through online locations. And oftentimes we hear people think that that severs a relationship, but we also know that it can be an incredible source of support for many folks. And if you found your way to our online community, you may be one of those. And so that's what the Co-Reg community intends to offer. It's a place where we share expertise. Clearly, Stuart has a lot of expertise. He's the core of self-reg and why we exist at all. He's what drives our whole Merit Center and everything that we do. But he's also will be the first one to tell you there are many people that offer many different expertise, levels of expertise, and it is not all about what you studied, it's what you experienced, and we have different things to offer in different ways. And so this community intends to provide a place where you can learn in the way you want to learn, you can connect in the way you want to connect, You can find other people that are dealing with the same situations you're dealing with. You can learn the science from Stuart. You can learn about some of the practice, for example, from me or other self-reggers in our community, or you can connect with parents who are trying to figure this out about their own children and some of the things that they've done and tried. And so it's your space. We've worked really hard to create it to be just exactly that for you. We've also tried to create it so that it's affordable for everyone and that there are options. There's great quality content that is free, something we've done from the beginning. We believe in that. We do as much as we can with the dollars that we have, and we find creative ways to bring you as much as we can for free. But then there's also opportunities to learn a whole lot more and to dive in. And it just covers our costs and allows us to keep contributing back to our community. So we hope you'll give it a test run. You have a 30-day free trial, and we invite you to do that. See if it fits you. If it doesn't, that's okay. If it does, try it, join in, share the word, and we look forward to connecting with you inside.